EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. The Jaguars at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Come on, guys. Let's make a play here. Teamwork makes the dream work. Put them in their place. Come on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Straight ahead, ETN. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. On 2nd down, ETN once more. Oh, good move. Still on his feet. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. You look at this Jaguar defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone and hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And that's not nearly enough. Stopped at the 22 when he needed plenty more. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, kill!
ETN once more. 82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Lawrence on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They find some open field here. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Another tote for ETN. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 23.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Coming after right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 9 yards.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Escaping the pressure right. That one downfield for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Red on red.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And they'll go again with ETN. He's got it to the 43 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Jones will come now in motion right.
On first down, Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
37-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Washington.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete.
Yeah, they need to decide to get involved into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Etienne up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Etienne. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, there were 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only mustered 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
Robinson up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run with Etienne. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
Hey, kill. 11. Think right open.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Down the left sideline. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And Washington set up now 1st and goal.
Good. All right, fellas, listen up.
Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, ETN. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Easy, 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 easy. 11, again. 11.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Put some points on the scoreboard. Let's go.
3rd down and 1.
Kill. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. A handoff for ETN. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 172 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Running out of the gun and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
On second down, Tua. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 65 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Jaguars 27, Commanders 16.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. On second down, a run with Etienne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Jaguars, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on